Hello and welcome to History Reloaded, where the past comes alive. Let's start. His name inspired fear and fascination. To some, he was a ruthless lord. To others, a modern-day Robin Hood. This is the story of Pablo Escobar, the man who built an empire and paid the price. From poverty to becoming one of the richest men in the world, from building schools for the poor to bombing airplanes in mid-air. Pablo Escobar's life is the story of power, blood, and tragedy. This is the true story of the man the world called the King of Cocaine. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1st, 1949, in a small town called Rio Negro, Colombia. His father was a farmer, his mother a school teacher. They were poor, and Pablo dreamed of escaping poverty. As a teenager, he was already hustling, stealing tombstones to resell them, smuggling stereo equipment, and running small scams. But Escobar's ambitions were never small. He once told friends, "I'm going to be president of Colombia, or the richest man in the world." In the 1970s, Escobar saw a new opportunity. At that time, cocaine was just entering the U.S. market. Demand was exploding, and Escobar was ready. He partnered with smugglers and soon co-founded the Medellín Cartel. Their operation was genius in its scale. They used planes, boats, even submarines to smuggle cocaine into the U.S. At its peak, the Medellín Cartel controlled 80% of the world's cocaine trade. Escobar was making so much money. He reportedly spent $2,500 a month on rubber bands just to hold his stacks of cash. His estimated net worth? Over $30 billion in today's money. But Escobar didn't just buy mansions and cars. He bought loyalty. He built housing projects for the poor, gave money to churches, and sponsored soccer teams. In Medellín, people called him Don Pablo, the man who gave the poor dignity when the government ignored them. Children idolized him, and entire neighborhoods defended him against the police. To them, he was a hero, their very own Robin Hood. But Pablo Escobar's generosity had a dark price. He enforced his empire with brutal violence. His motto was simple: plata o plomo, silver or lead. Accept his bribe or face a bullet. Judges, journalists, politicians, and police officers, thousands were killed under his orders. He even targeted the government directly. In 1989, Escobar ordered the bombing of a passenger plane, killing 107 people, just to assassinate one man. By now, Escobar wasn't just a drug lord, he was a terrorist. Escobar's hunger for power went beyond money. In the early 1980s, he entered politics. He was elected as an alternate member of Colombia's Congress, but many politicians despised him. Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara openly accused Escobar of being a narco. Soon after, Lara was assassinated. This exposed Escobar's true nature to the entire country. His dream of becoming president ended, and from then on, it was open war between Escobar and the Colombian state. The Colombian government, supported by the United States and the DEA, declared total war on Escobar. Car bombs exploded across Medellín and Bogotá. Police officers were assassinated daily. Entire cities lived in fear. Escobar even placed bounties. He would pay $1,000 for every dead police officer. Colombia was drowning in blood. In 1991, desperate for peace, the Colombian government struck a deal with Escobar. He would surrender, but under his own conditions. He was imprisoned in his own luxurious facility, La Catedral. But this was no ordinary prison. It had a soccer field, a bar, a jacuzzi, and telephones. Escobar continued to run his empire from inside. When he murdered 2 cartel members inside the prison, the government tried to transfer him. Escobar simply walked out and disappeared. The escape triggered the largest manhunt in Colombian history. The government, DEA, and a vigilante group called Los Pepes, people persecuted by Escobar, hunted him relentlessly. On December 2, 1993, a day after his 44th birthday, Escobar was tracked down in a middle-class neighborhood in Medellín. He tried to escape across the rooftops, but was shot and killed. To this day, some believe Escobar fired the final bullet into his own head, refusing to let his enemies take him alive. Pablo Escobar's legacy is one of contradictions. To the poor of Medellín, he is remembered as the man who built homes and gave them hope. To the world, he remains one of the most violent criminals in history. His story is not just about drugs. It is about power, greed, politics, and the price of ambition. And even decades after his death, Pablo Escobar remains a name the world will never forget. History does not end. It echoes through time. If you want to uncover more forgotten stories, subscribe now and keep the past alive with us, here on History Reloaded.